All right, here's a quick demonstration as to how this works. Right now I've got MIDI Onicle up and running. I've got my real piano patch shredded to the virtual machine. We're all ready to go. Pay particular attention to the console monitor. As events happen, i.e. when I press buttons, different messages will be printed to the screen. It might not be obvious that I'm pressing a button by seeing my fingers, but anytime I do something, an event will be printed to the screen and it'll let you know, hey, he's pressing a button or something's happening, and I'll draw your attention to different things at different times when it's important. So right now, once again, we've got our two different key sets. The bottom key set, which is this row and this row, the A and the Z row, and the top key set, which is the 1 and the Q row. Moving across, right now the default in the software is that the bottom key set is C3, the top key set is a C4, which would be assigned to Q, which is also middle C, a C4. So moving across, these will be all your normal notes. Now I'm going to play more of the higher notes just because the microphone here that I'm using doesn't really pick up the low notes nearly as well as the higher notes. So I'm going to play the top key set here. And it moves all the way up here. And now we can go by semitone or half step using the sharp notes. And like I said, it's fully polyphonic. I can play a major chord, minor chord, major chord, and so on and so forth. Now I also mentioned that each one of these key sets, the octave is fully customizable. I do this using either of the command keys. The left command key is assigned to the bottom key set. The right command key is assigned to the top key set. So if I hit the left command key, notice on the console monitor, here it says setting bottom key set 3. This tells me that you are now in the mode to set the bottom key set row, and its current octave is 3. If I hit either the up or the right arrow, it will adjust it up. The left or the down arrow, either one, will adjust it down. Depends on how your brain works. If your brain works like a piano, where moving down an octave is to the left, up an octave is to the right, then you can use those, or up, down, either way. So if I press it down, notice it says that the bottom key set octave is now 2. Move it down again, bottom key set is 1. If you try to go beyond 1, it's written into the code that just tells you that the bottom limit is reached and that you can't move any further down. It won't affect how the program runs at all. It will just keep it at 1 and let you know you can't go any lower. You can also move that up, and we'll go all the way up to 7. And once you try to go beyond 7, same thing, tells you you're adjusting the bottom key set, but that the top limit is now reached. So we'll bump that back down to 3. And if we want to adjust the top key set, then we hit the command button on the right, and it tells us setting the top key set, and it tells us it's 4. Same functionality here, pressing it up or down, same thing. Tells you you're adjusting the top key set, and its octave is 5. And if you try to go beyond 7 or below 1, you get the same functionality. So what I think is probably the coolest part about this is that, let's say we'll bump it down to 4 where we had it originally, and if I play a chord, and while I'm in the middle of the chord, I want to adjust it. Now I'm playing the top key set, now I'm setting the top key set, and I bump that from 4 up to 6. No changes yet. As soon as I release, press the same keys, and now I'm 2 octaves up where I was before. So really cool how you can customize that however it makes you happy, whatever feels best to you. You're able to do that. I know instantly because of the layout that this is my octave, or my major chord or my minor chord or any of that stuff. makes it much more musical, much more intuitive. Now, in the software here, if you go to the key sound, adjustments here are what your actual sound generators are doing. So if you want to add different sound capabilities, right now I have just a very basic demonstration just to be able to give you a very simple idea of what's going on. I have a very simple, straightforward sound going on, but I've actually modified that in other patches to do more interesting things. And I've actually taken a number of the effects that we've used in our performance with the penguins and applied it here so that all those same sounds and effects occur, but with this key mapping. So once again, it's fully polyphonic. It's really easy to implement with other patches, very customizable, and that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the demonstration, and I hope somehow you find this useful.